This is going to be my first shot on the last day of the 23-24 season here on Mammoth Mountain. Still some race training at the bottom of Cornice Bowl. It's Monday, May 27th, 2024. Pretty good season, about 367 inches of snow measured at the main lodge. That's total snowfall. Memorial Weekend 2024. Today's the last day of the season. Closing day. Closing day. Yay, closing day. You're 2.5. Yeah, buddy.
Oh wow!
Lots of race kids around. Lots of them. Telly boy, what a beautiful view. Another telly boy. It is pine pollen season and the heat is on. Those were some clips from Memorial Weekend up on Mammoth Mountain, and the last day on Memorial Day, the last day of the 23-24 season, which turned out to be a pretty darn near normal season with about 360 inches of snow on Mammoth Mountain. Now a great spring, and now workers can focus on replacing Chair 1 and other maintenance around on the mountain, as a significant warm-up is forecast for next week. It is Smile Day, the last day of May, Friday, May 31st, 2024. Those were some clips from up on Mammoth Mountain during the last weekend of the winter season of 23-24, which turned out to be, excuse me, a pretty much near normal winter. With snow came early, then stalled for a little bit, then came in again and stormed all the way into the first week of May, and totaled about 367 inches of snow measured at the main lodge area. And the clips from the last day of the season, and now workers can focus on replacing Chair 1 and the other maintenance that they have to do up there. And a significant warm-up is forecast for next week. So you think it's warm now, wait until next week as the heat is on. It is Smile Day, the last day of May, Friday, May 31st, 2024. Hello everyone, I'm Dan McConnell. It was 91 degrees down in Bishop yesterday. Could hit 100 degrees next week. 30.00 altimeter, that was down at Bishop. Hit 78 at Mammoth Airport yesterday. 41 for a low. Barometric pressure up there at 3.19. And in town, highs hovered around 70 degrees. Even at June Lake, they hit 69 degrees. And up at Ellery Lake, where there's still some backcountry skiing going on, they had a low of 30 degrees. That's down at Ellery Lake for a high of 57 on Thursday. Still some decent corn snow up there in the upper elevations of the high country. Today's temps will creep into the mid-70s here in town, then a little bit cooler on Saturday, then warming on Sunday and into early next week with near 80 degrees here in town. 80 by Tuesday and Wednesday, which is about 10 to 15 degrees above normal. And there's a slight chance of some showers late next week and into next weekend. With typical afternoon winds, that comes in, the zephyr winds in the afternoons. Calm here in the morning though. June 1st is National Trails Day, and you can meet some of the Mammoth Trail System crew at the Mammoth Library. That's tomorrow from 8 a.m. till noon. Dress in your work clothes as you can help them do some trail that'll work, but you get a free bagel breakfast. That's at Mammoth Library from 8 until noon tomorrow. And the Footloose Pamper Pedal is back. Great weather for that. I'm glad to see that. Women's fun ride is back. Ride from Footloose to Bishop. It's not a race, just a fun ride, but they start about 9 a.m. at Footloose and ride down to the Bishop Park. And a free lunch down there. Usually it takes about 3-4 hours, maybe 5 hours for some of the people, but it's a great fun ride serviced by the men with many pit stops along the way. The Pamper Pedal tomorrow. And let's see, Mammoth Mountain is preparing for the motocross, about 2 weeks away from the old timers. Won't have to worry about any flooding out there. Should be good track conditions out at the Mammoth motocross. The old timers is in about 2 weeks. Then right around the summer solstice is the pros come to town. Sunrise this morning was at 5:35 a.m. Sets at 8:10. That's 14 and a half hours of sunlight, about 21 to 22 days until the solstice. In 1859 on this day, London's Big Ben went into action and into operation, keeping time in London. Big Ben, 1859. New York's Madison Square Garden opened on this day in 1879. And in 1907, the first taxis in the U.S. went into service in New York City. In 77, the Trans-Alaska Pipeline went into operation after 3 years. Walt Whitman's birthday today. He's a poet and a humorist, kind of. He said, "Keep your face toward the sunshine and the shadows will follow behind you." It also is Clint Eastwood's birthday. Rappers Kid Frost and Run DMC, and also actor Colin Farrell. And some great people here in town, and some used to be here in town. Kirsten DiNicola, who runs the Hot Looks Salon. Let's see, Lindsay Iltz, who I saw on the last day of skiing with her daughter, Nevada. Happy birthday, Lindsay Iltz. Tim Alpers. Boy, what a guy he is. He is a Mono County supervisor for a while in the Alpers Fish Ranch. Happy birthday to Tim. Steve Pulvison, who I met a long time ago up here at the Mogul Steakhouse. Happy birthday, Steve Pulvison. Ryan Lee Ellis works at the Clock Tower. Ryan Ellis's birthday. Chris Foster, Christopher Orozco, Hannah Bocheman's birthday up in Portland, and Natalie Brilliant's birthday, who used to work here. We used to see her out at the hot tubs all the time. And black tie guy, William Ballas's birthday. If it's your birthday, happy birthday to you. One more quote from Walt Whitman is, "Happiness is in this place, at this hour, and nowhere else. It's Smile Day." Does that make sense? Happiness is every hour of every day. Make today the best day ever, and we'll see you out roaming around in the wilderness. Maybe up by the Mammoth Crest. Lake Basin Road still not open. Tioga Pass will not open this weekend, but hopefully next week.